where we've just seen a major upset. Tournament favourites, India, being defeated by Sri Lanka. Joining us, Sunil Gavaskar. Sunny bhai, all the punters before the game was 78 in favor of India, 78%, 22 in percent of Sri Lanka. But now Sri Lanka have shown that when it comes to big tournaments, you can never really discount them.
Absolutely, and also tells you how much the punters know about the game. Yes, I think it was a terrific performance by their batsmen. Like I said in the morning, their bowling was not quite the force it had been when they were winning one-day matches quite regularly. But the batting's been good, despite the fact that Upul Tharanga, the stand-in captain, was not playing because of the slow over rate in the previous game. I think they batted quite superbly. They were outstanding, and I think hopefully the IPL scouts tend to look at the Australian Big Bash and South African Ram Slams or something like that. Will have had a look at these guys, because these guys were outstanding. These batsmen were out. Angelo Matthews is part of the Delhi franchise, doesn't get the opportunities for whatever reason. And, the others who batted showed how capable they were, how cheeky they were, because in a 50 overs game, they played the kind of cricket that would get them runs even in 2020 cricket. So hopefully the scouts have kept an eye on this and not just said, oh, this is a 50 over game. It's the way in which they got the runs that is so important.
Right. So at the interval, 321, where did India go wrong? At that time, I don't think many would have thought that India is going to lose from that.
No, it was a very good pitch to bat on. And I said at that stage, with the friends that I was with, that if they get off to a good start, this is possible. Having said that, because the way the Indian bowlers have bowled in the last few months, and particularly the IPL, I was pretty confident that they would be able to defend 321. I thought that maybe Sri Lanka, even if they get off to a good start, get to about 300, maybe 310, but may fall short of 321. But they won with more than an over to spare, which actually also tells you how well they batted. I wouldn't blame the bowling attack at all. I would blame anybody in the Indian team. I would like to credit the Sri Lankans for the way they batted, because quite often when India loses, we don't give the opposition the credit that the opposition deserves. And I think the opposition here deserves every credit for the way they batted. I think they will want to, when they go back and look at the game on Monday, because now what happens? Games on Sunday and Monday decide who goes to the semi-finals. Whoever wins on Sunday goes to the semi-finals. Whoever wins on Monday in the India group goes to the semi-finals. So I think what Sri Lanka will be looking to do is how to make sure that they don't have to keep chasing 300 every time.
Right. As you said, credit must be given to Sri Lanka. I'm just trying to look at reasons where India could have lost. You say it's a great pitch to bat on. You think India could have got more than 320?
Possibly. I think between the 25th and say the 30, those 8-9 overs, they were a little bit slow in terms of the scoring rate. They picked up brilliantly after that. But I think those overs perhaps cost India maybe 20 odd runs. And I'm not saying that would have made the difference, because then the Sri Lankans would have adjusted their pace accordingly. I think it was Sri Lanka's destiny to win. They played outstanding cricket. They batted really, really well. It was a joy to watch them bat. I've been wanting to watch Kushal Mendes for a long time. I've heard so much about him, and it was good to see him get runs. And the two, the Gunnar Tilake and the Ratnes, they were also quite outstanding. So, and Angelo Matthews, we all know what an impact that he can do.
Okay, let's talk about the Indian bowling. As you said, they performed really well in the IPL. We've been talking about how good they are at the death and at other places as well. But do you think that fifth bowler, today Hardik Pandya went for a few runs. You had to fill those overs in by getting Virat Kohli. Of course, Jadeja had an off day. That can happen to any bowler. But that fifth bowler, is it time for India to now think of playing with 5 regular bowlers?
Well, I think this time around, I think Hardik was expensive, as also Ravindra Jadeja. So I think that put a little bit of strain on the other bowlers. But the other bowlers were also taken for. These are regular bowlers, Bumrah and Umesh Yadav, Kumar. What happens sometimes is, on a pitch where there's a little more carry and a little more bounce, you tend to bowl just a little bit short of length, which allows the batsman to play the cut and pull shot. If India's computer guys sit down and have a look at the scoring chart of the Sri Lanka, they'll find the runs have come square. So then either they're going to change the length or have the fielders over there. Also, I think very important is to have your fast-moving fielders on the fence. India made the one big mistake of not having fast-moving fielders on the fence. Because make no mistake, however fast you are, in the circle with the kind of athleticism that the players have today, a single is going to be stolen. It's the boundaries that you can stop them and make them on 2 runs. That makes a huge difference in the end. And I think therefore it's very important. Your quick fielders, even if it means that Virat Kohli, the captain, has to stand at long off or deep cover or wherever the ball is coming, then he should be standing there. But him standing in the ring, the runs are going to come there anyway. So I think those are little things that India need for the game against South Africa.